I know. All right, so we're on A1.14. These are our practice problems with elimination and substitution. We start off with elimination. That is the method you need to use. And I will give you these reminders, and we're going to move to another problem. You need to have one variable that you can eliminate. So in this first problem, I can jump right in because that will cancel a negative 9x and a positive 9x. So I can jump in. I'm going to add down and solve. Give your answers as ordered pairs. Do me a favor, make them very easy to see. Maybe put them up here. Now, when you look at 2, when I look at these, will anything cancel out? No. But do you notice we both have a 3y and a 3y? So what would cancel out with 3y? I need one of them to be negative. Does it matter which one? Okay, so maybe we do the second one. When you multiply by negative, remember you're going to multiply everything. So both of these and that last piece. Okay, I'm going to jump down because I wanted to do number 4 with you. Number 3, there's a quick way and a hard way to do that. And I think the quick way would say, hey, I can make this 4 into an 8 by just multiplying by 2. But they're both negative, so maybe I need to multiply by negative 2. Or I could change this. So either way works. Don't forget, we have 3 things that can happen. We could just get an ordered pair. They could cancel out. We get no solution if it's false, and we get infinite solutions if it's true. All right, so let's jump to number 4. Is there anything I can do just to change one thing and make them cancel? No, I'm sort of stuck here. What is the least common multiple of 7 and 9? Because whether I want to get rid of the x or the y, it's the 7 and 9. Well, I can't really think of anything, so what is 7 times 9? 63. I think that's the smallest number I can get. 7, 14, 21, 28. None of those are jiving with 9, 18, 27, 36. So I'm going to multiply this by 9 and multiply this by 7. Now here's the problem. Let's say I want to cancel the x's. Will that cancel if I get negative 63 and negative 63? So one needs to stay negative, but the other one I have to make it into a positive. So take your 9 times 7, or 9 times negative 7, which is negative 63x. 9 times 7, which is a positive 63y. And then 9 times negative 26. Oh, I started writing a 2, but that's not it. I'm going to use my calculator for this. I get negative 234. Okay, I'm going to come through and make sure you change these signs. Negative times negative is going to be a positive 63x. Negative times negative is going to be a negative 63, negative 63y. And a negative times a negative is going to be a positive 7 times, what am I doing, 27? 189. All right, if it helps you, put the numbers over here. When I go to add, what happens? Not only do the x's cancel, but so do the y's. That gives me 0 on the left. What do I have on the right? I think I should have a negative 45. So my variable's gone. It's a special case. Is this ever going to be true? No. So that's not true. So we'd have, you can write out no solution or do the null set. If you were graphing these would be those parallel lines that never intersect, where if you have one solution, it's where those 2 lines intersect. All right, that's your quick reminder of elimination. Can you change gears with me and go to substitution? Now remember, once you do find a variable, you need to plug it back in and find the other. All right, so just like before, we start off, we have 4 levels of problems here. You're just trying one of each. And in this first level, both equations are solved for y. When it's substitution, you solve for a variable. So I'm going to take what y equals, and I'm going to substitute it in there for y. That's all I'm doing. Or I'm setting them equal to each other, and I'm going to solve. So I'm going to leave you to that. Number 6 already has y equals, so I'm going to circle what y equals and put it in for y. So I would like you guys sort of circling and showing where it goes. And then when I rewrite it, it's going to be negative 7x plus the y that's being replaced equals 12. And then I see that I'm putting that in there. All right, so 5 was pretty much set, so was 6. Now jump down to 7. I don't have a variable solved for. Do you agree with that? So what variable do you want to solve for? X or y, first equation or second equation? What would be the easiest thing? Like, we could all pick whatever we want, but what would be the easiest? x in the second equation, yes? Because all I have to do is move that 2y over by adding 2y. So that's gone. I'm getting this equation to be x equals, I'm going to go with positive 2y and a minus 2, or negative 2 plus 2y. If this is what x equals, I'm going to circle it. I'm going to put it in for x. A lot of people do the substitution right, and then they do some basic math wrong. So make sure you pay attention. This time it was x equals, it's going in here. Okay, finish this one or move on to number 8. Move on to 8. Okay, number 8 is going to be the same situation. Which is the easy variable to solve for? I would solve for y. Now, if this had a number in front of it like 6, I probably would have solved for one of these because I can divide nicely by 2. I would have solved for x. But if you want to solve for y, we're going to subtract the 3x. And I get y equals, I'm going to go with negative 3x minus 5. The order doesn't matter as long as you have the right signs. Now, if that's what y equals, let's circle it and show us where is it going. Right there. So here's what I have. 2x minus 4 times stuff equals negative 8. And the stuff that I'm putting in there is I'm replacing y with this. So I'm hoping that having it circled and pointing to where it goes shows you exactly where you're dropping it. And these parentheses are almost like that circle around it. Okay, I'm going to make sure I distribute not just a 4, but what? Yeah, so you're going to leave that 2x alone. It's going to be a positive 12x, a positive 20. So slow down with your numbers. And then we'll just finish this one. So now that I've added like terms to get 14x plus 20 equals negative 8, I'm going to start solving. What should I do now? Subtract 20. So 14x equals negative 28. And then what? Yep. So x equals negative 2. Now that's x. What else do I need? Y. So I could go back to one of the original equations, but don't we have an equation that this says right here y equals? So I'm going to use that. Y equals negative 3 times x minus 5. So that's all I'm doing. I'm going to plug it in there. That's going to be a positive 6 minus 5. What does y equal? Positive 1. So my ordered pair, negative 2, positive 1. There's my ordered pair. Just to do this as a reference again, since I have an answer, I can plug it back in and see if it's true. So if I just take my calculator and I type in that I have 3 times negative 2, I could use parentheses, plus 1, and I should get out negative 5, and I did. So I know that my solution works. I could try it in this one too. It should work in both of them. Okay, any questions for me?